Good day. So there's an ideology passing around that is catching momentum, and I think it's quite dangerous. There's an idea that people are just spiritual and there's no need for religion, and actually religion is more dangerous. You should just go with your spirit, right? And I do believe that we should put our spirit before religion. However, to just pathologize religion and throw it out with the bathwater is, to me, a dangerous idea. I would definitely... It takes generations for bad ideas to spread, and for us to think bad ideas are good ideas. And this anti-religion idea is a bad idea. You know, Nietzsche said, we've killed God, right? God is dead and we killed him. You know, and a lot of people say, well, no, God isn't dead if people are experiencing through spirit. And yes, that is true. There is a lot of people that can experience God and fully follow his rules without any religion. However, what I've seen is that as I learn the Bible, I start to learn a higher morality. Morality and ethics aren't a simple good or bad. There's situations where we have to understand things deeper. And there is times where we need guidance, especially paternal guidance, and that's what a lot of religion provides. And paternal means it's structure. You know, not all dogma is pathological. You know, when people, the only reason why it's pathological is for a few different reasons. There's lots of reasons that it's pathological, but I'll explain some of the main reasons why it causes problems. And the first reason is when you believe the dogma that you follow needs to be followed, or else the people that aren't following it aren't virtuous. That's a problem right off the bat, and that's one of the biggest problems with dogma, is you're not a good Christian unless you take the Sabbath, or, you know, all these kind of things where you're making judgments on people when, you know, they may be praising on Sunday, you know, and they have to because of whatever reasons, or that's their community. You know, there's other reasons why dogma are bad, is when a person doesn't understand why they're following the structure. Because there should be an understanding. Like if you're just going up and putting your hands together because somebody told you to, instead of putting your hands together and really trying to have an experience with God. You know, if people are just following these ceremonies without any depth to it, without experiencing what it's supposed to offer, or even understanding why they're even doing it, then more people just trying to show their virtue rather than be truly virtuous. I encourage people to go and experience religion for yourself before you listen to all of these ideas being passed around that are trying to snub out religion. Because I see that a lot of people say, isn't it just important that we be good? We could be good people. Well, yeah, for sure, but what does that mean to you? Where do you get your ideas of a good person? You know, a lot of people get their morality and ethics from the external. And that's the last place you should be getting in these times. So what is good and what is bad? That's not a simple question. You don't just follow that intuitively. It's something that we have to work on. Not only that, there is reasons why stories and myths and and laws and all these kind of things are passed down for generation and generation is because they are important. I know exactly what it feels like to be allergic to religion and dogma. And I am really still, to be honest, quite allergic to dogma. Like, I like to experience God and perceive God how I perceive Him. However, a lot of these rules or these stories that are teaching deep understandings, those things I am pulling a lot of wisdom from, you know. But I am also very skeptical of everything, and we should be, you know. So there's things I question in the Bible, as people should, or at least question their interpretation of it, or others' interpretations of it. And I am very suspect to the fact that there's 81 books in the oldest Bible. They have 81 books in their canon, and we have 66. And one of the most powerful books has been taken out, and that is Book of Enoch. So I like to take teachings from many different stories and myths and religions and theologies, all of these things, right? I see a lot of people that believe that they're following the narrow path. Or maybe they don't even know what the narrow path is because it hasn't been put in front of them because they're so scared of religion. And I think that it's likely the latter. So when people experience, say, the more maternal spirit, they can feel that peace from that maternal spirit and become in the moment. Yet I also believe that that maternal spirit is so caught up in no judgment that it allows for darkness to spread. It spreads because there's nobody willing to fight because they've been told for their whole lives to be passive. And that is the maternal spirit is the passive and loving spirit. But the paternal spirit is Archangel Michael. Right? He's got a sword. He keeps it sheathed, and he is feared by the darkness. And that's why the darkness stays away. If we learn these tactics of war from religion, we can learn, and I'm talking about spiritual warfare, right? We are in spiritual warfare, and when you really start standing in the light and spreading the light, you're going to notice it's good versus evil on this planet. And you know, I know that a lot of people can't hear my messages. You know, a lot of the people will roll their eyes at what I speak about, will laugh at what I speak about, make their funny jokes about what I speak about. Let them. We have to stop caring about what people think about us. We have to stand firm in the power of God. We have to stand firm in the power of the light. And that means speak. Speak your truth. Don't be ashamed to be a light bearer, or you'll lose the light, or your light will dim. Shine that light. Learn to shine that light as bright as possible. And you'll notice you'll attract other light, and the darkness will dissipate. Sometimes the darkness will dissipate from a person, and they can stay in your light. Sometimes the person has to leave because they're not willing to give up their darkness. And we have to let them go. Let them know our hand is always there. But don't try to carry people out of the darkness. Don't try to go and grab them and shove them in your car and drive them out of the Babylon. You can't push a rope. Don't waste your energy doing such. Just tell the rope when it's ready, or when it's cold enough outside that the rope is wet enough. Maybe we can make something happen. I went to the Seventh-day Adventists yesterday, and they're awesome people, and they talked about experiencing God, like having God's voice come down to you, experiencing Him firsthand. And I realized that these are the kind of people that I need to be around, because they'll understand what I've experienced, you know. And today I'm going to another church at the Junction, and I'm meeting all these really powerful people through the church and through the deep dark religion. Yes, religion can be run by antichrists, and religion can be run by saints. And religion is mostly run by both Antichrist and saints, because none of us are perfect, so there's times when we do act in selfish ways. I did talk about what is the Antichrist in a video, and I'll put it up right up here, I think. And I want you to know that what an Antichrist does is he gives you mostly the truth, you know. So very spiritual people can seem spiritual, but they're just giving you mostly truths so that you believe them, and then they give you these little itty-bitty lies. Or not itty-bitty lies. They slide in these little lies that are actually quite big, that send people off course. And it's usually for their own selfish reasons. They'll twist scripture, they'll twist spiritual teachings. And that's like the religious Antichrist. But then there's intellectual atheists, I believe, are very dangerous, because they have power of the gift of the gab. They can speak in circles, and they can make all these things sound true, and a lot of people don't understand what they're saying, and they again could speak mostly truth, but when they get caught in corners, they do crazy shit like this. Here's Sam Harris. I'll put a video up for you right now. I just love seeing him turn into a little fascist here. Well, I don't like that he turned into a fascist, but I like how he acted here, because he outed himself as an Antichrist in this video. He just destroyed his career. And I've seen him in videos with Jordan Peterson arguing like pretty much God against atheism, and a little bit of, you know, religion in there and stuff like that. Depend on whatever side you're on. You're gonna, if you're atheist or against God, you're gonna be on Sam Harris's side. If you're for God, you're gonna be on Jordan Peterson's side. Because to be honest, anybody that can sit on the side of something esoteric and not proven by science, and can hold up a conversation with somebody that is using materialistic proof of something that's non-materialistic, then, you know, I believe that Jordan did something amazing in that video. However, I see now, though, that these kind of people that people look up to are little idols, ungodliness. You know, Sam Harris talks all about these morals and stuff, and about religion. He's always putting it down and all this stuff. Yet, how is his morals in this video?
listen, I don't care what's in Hunter Biden's. I mean, Hunter Biden, at that point, Hunter Biden literally could have had the corpses of children in his basement. I would not have cared, right? It's like, there's nothing. First of all, it's Hunter Biden, right? It's not Joe Biden. But even if whatever scope of Joe Biden's corruption is, like if we could just go down that rabbit hole endlessly and understand that he's getting kickbacks from Hunter Biden's deals in Ukraine or wherever else, right? Or China, it is infinitesimal compared to the corruption we know Trump is involved in. It's like a firefly to the sun, right? I mean, like there's just it doesn't even stack up against Trump University, right? Trump University as a story is worse than anything that could be in Hunter Biden's laptop, in my view, right? Now that doesn't answer the people who say it's still completely unfair to not have looked at the laptop in a timely way and to have shut down the New York Post's Twitter account. Like that's just a conspiracy. That's a left-wing conspiracy to deny the presidency to Donald Trump. Absolutely, it was absolutely right, but I think it was warranted. Right, and again, it's a coin toss as to whether or not
Sam, I'm sorry.
that particular piece.
I'm really sorry. I was the one that said we should move on, but you've just said something I really struggle with there, which is
the kids in the basement.
Fuck the kids in the basement. I'm interested in democracy. You're saying you are content with a left-wing conspiracy to prevent somebody being democratically re-elected as president.
Well, no, I'm content. Well, but the thing is, it's just not left wing, right? So Liz Cheney is not left wing, right? Liz Cheney is doing everything in her power. You're content with a conspiracy
to prevent somebody being democratically elected.
But there's nothing conspiracy. It's not. It was a conspiracy out in the open. But it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter what part's conspiracy, what part's out in the open. I mean, I think it's like if people get together and talk about what should we do about this phenomenon. If it's like if there was an asteroid hurtling toward Earth and we got in a room together with all of our friends and had a conversation about what we could do to deflect its course, right? Is that a conspiracy? Like some of that conversation would be in public, some of it would be in private. We have a massive problem. We have an existential threat, right? Politically speaking, I consider Trump an existential threat to our democracy. Right now, he's not going to destroy the world. Very likely.
If he destroyed democracy in the process of protecting democracy.
No, but that doesn't destroy. No, our
I don't even have to say much after that, because that guy in the video did so well by calling him out, and Sam Harris destroyed himself with his ridiculous answer. So, these are the people, like, be careful what you can learn things from Sam Harris. He's right a lot of the time. But don't take any teachings of morals or ethics or try to... he should not be somebody we look to as a leader or anything like that, because leaders should be able to stand with ethics and morals. And as you can see, he's always said, people can get their morality without God and religion. Well, how are you doing there, bud? How are you doing, Sam? Are you doing well with your ethics and your morals? And to be honest, I believe he is actually working for the dark side, because he's way too smart for that video. Like, he painted himself into the stupidest corner ever, and for me to not think that is part of this Babylon plan, and that he's not part of the conscious darkness, it's hard for me to believe he's not conscious in the narrative that they're trying to push. Like, the stuff he says in this, if you go and watch that whole interview, he just... Anyways, you should go watch the whole interview. I'll put it down below here. Wisdom is not intellectual, You can have intellectualism, and you can be an intellectual, but to be wise, you need God. And Sam Harris is far from wise. He's just an intellectual that can string a lot of words together that can woo people. And these are also a kind of antichrist, and these are also the kind of people that are trying to kill religion. Well, who should you listen to? Anyways, much love, everybody.